Hey, what is going on, Geminis? Butch here. I'm going to do your April read from now to the end of April. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Sacred Realms Tarot. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what's going on for Geminis for April 2025? Let me see for Geminis. Message we have for Geminis. All right, Geminis. So the first thing I see, Geminis, I feel like for better lack of the word, I feel like things feel a bit messy. You know, seeing things feeling a bit messy, and I mean, we have the Five of Wands, that internal struggle. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of figuring out, you know, trying to figure out what's next, where to go from here. But it's very confusing. Like, I feel like you're just seeking something out that you don't have. Maybe a new career opportunity, or, you know, just a hobby, or something that you like to do to get involved in something. I just feel like life just feels a little stagnant. You know, and it comes off a little messy. You know, feeling like you're not where you should be, or you're not being useful of your potential to its fullest extent. You know, kind of feeling out of balance. You know, and I feel like this is kind of like a little bit of all aspects of life. I mean, not just a career thing, but I feel like relationship wise, I do feel like you may be dealing with someone now. This may be someone that is just a friend, or someone that you are in some sort of relationship with, but like I said, I mean, it's a bit stagnant. It's kind of feeling more like a friendship, like a really strong friendship. Like, I feel like you have a deep connection with this person, but I feel like it's almost like right now it's that chaos is sitting in, and it's like trying to think about too many things at once. Do you know what I mean? Like how to get to the next place in your relationship with this person, because I feel like there is, like I said, I feel like you have a strong bond with them. You're trying to figure out not only how to take that next step, figuring out how to trust them, figuring out how to trust yourself. You know, kind of seeing what's next for you. Like I said, also career-wise, or, you know, like I said, a new hobby, or, you know, just trying to find something that keeps you going, that keeps you inspired, that keeps you. I mean, with Geminis, they want to be inspired. And sometimes life gets a little stagnant, and sometimes when that happens, it's like you're sitting in the middle of a swamp. It's kind of hard to see anything good when you're just sitting there. It smells weird. Anyway, um, I mean, it feels like more like you're dreaming a lot. A lot of dreaming lately, and not a lot of living the dream. You know what I mean? Like, you have to go to sleep and dream about good things happening, because I feel like things are a bit stagnant, like I said, and they aren't happening in your real life, so it's like you have to dream about it. But what I see, I mean, I see there's something big happening. And I mean, I see a lot of big changes coming with this. We start off with the Two of Swords. Something's right in front of you. You don't see it yet, but it's there. It's really close. And with the Six of Swords, it's big changes. I feel like something's coming in that that's really going to fill up your cups. That's really going to inspire you. We have the Ace of Wands, that inspiration. Something that's going to fill up those cups, all of those cups. Like I said, I feel like this big change is going to affect not only that chaotic energy, but also I feel like it's changing your relationship as well. And I feel like you're gonna feel like a real badass coming up with that Queen of Wands, like on top of your shit, like to the point where you're like, kind of forget what it even feels like to be in the situation that the energy. I feel like when we started this, it's like you get to a point where you're like, I don't even know who that was. Like, life's good. You know what I mean? I don't know why I keep saying you know what I mean, because nobody can answer me. I mean, we got that Wheel of Fortune. Good things are coming. I see a huge win for you. I feel like things are about to turn around in a big way. And again, we go back to not only, we have the King of Pentacles, not only getting your shit together, not only, getting to a place where you're fulfilled, you're inspired, and you still just feeling good about things, like feeling positive about the future. With this, I see some establishment of trust with your person. Like I said, sometimes when we're in a bad place, it's hard to really get anything going because we got our mind in 10 different directions. It's kind of hard to focus. But I feel like things start coming together in that aspect as well. And you find this person to be very helpful, very supportive, nurturing, and seeing this person in a little bit of a different light, really coming through for you, really showing up for you, just solidifies the connection that you have with this person. We have the Two of Cups, and we have the Ace of Cups, but I don't feel like this is a new person. I just feel like finding love again with this person, finding true love. Like, I feel like with this person lately, it's kind of been like, for some of you, it's you love them, but it's like, are we in love? But this is in love. Like I said, with that Star card, that Aquarius energy, the very nurturing energy, getting support from a place that maybe you never got enough support from, or never felt like you got enough from. And I feel like this just stokes the fire, because we have the Knight of Wands. I feel like things getting very intense between the two of you. And I feel like that fire is just building. Like we're just throwing more and more wood on the fire. And I see a very passionate and intense connection with you and this person. When you're happy in one aspect of life, it's so much easier to be happy in others. When you're unhappy in an aspect of life, it's really easy to be unhappy in others. Well, like I said, you don't know how happy you're about to be because, we have the Sun card. I feel like a lot of happiness, kind of like this weight off your shoulder. You see this. It's like when you're out and it's been muggy weather for cloudy weather for a couple days or a couple weeks, and all of a sudden you see that sun crack through. It's a new day. You're just waiting. You're like, when's the sun gonna come out? Because I need some sun. But like I said, it's a very nurturing energy. Being there for each other, more of a partnership, finding balance with that temperance, that Sagittarius energy. Things really coming into alignment. We finish this off with we have the Moon card. Sometimes we don't see what's right there because it's in the shadows, or it's because it's not time to see it yet. And this is kind of like, I laugh when I saw this because it kind of looks like a werewolf in a swamp. We were just talking about a swamp. But I feel like like I said, we go from the moon to the sun. I feel like you're going to be very happy. Like I said, I feel like the Wheel of Fortune, there's a lot of great things happening here. Trusting yourself, trusting this connection, trusting the process. Sometimes when we're in a place where we don't know where to go, it's like, it can be very mentally draining. Sometimes we get to a place where we're not inspired, or we don't feel inspired, or we don't feel supported, we don't feel heard. Especially with Gemini. Geminis are very independent when they need to be. But they can also be very connected. But it's kind of a gray area in between. A lot of people say Geminis don't commit very easily, which is true. But when they do, it's like the person that reads the brochure before they buy something. They want to be sure. And it's got to feel free. It's got to feel support. Geminis aren't overly emotional, like showing it. It doesn't mean they don't need the support. It doesn't mean they don't, need you from time to time as a partner. And it's sometimes it's hard to decipher. Trust me, I know. With this person, we have Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. We have some Taurus, some Pisces, Cancer. I am feeling some Aquarius as well. Obviously we had the Star, Two of Swords, some Aquarius energy as well. Things are, it's like that old saying that things are darkest before the dawn. Just before daybreak, that's when it's the darkest part of the night. And sometimes we get to a place where we're not, like I said, I do the same thing. And to be honest with you, the only thing that helps me, like I think about 20 different things at the same time. That's why I like, smoking a joint once in a while. It really allows me to, kind of narrow all those 20 things down to things that I can actually control or do anything about. I was really, um, marijuana has always been a thing. I never do readings. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it someday. But when I'm done, sometimes I just like to smoke one, and it's not an everyday thing. Kind of just like to enjoy it, but it really slows my brain down. And I'm telling you, it helped me in a lot of weird situations that you wouldn't think it'd help you in. It's just kind of like if you're thinking about 20 different things, you smoke a joint, all of a sudden you're thinking about five. Well, it's a lot easier to solve five problems at one time than it is 20. It doesn't mean it solves it. It doesn't bring it down to one problem and I can focus on that, like a hyper focus on that one problem and fix it. But it brings it down 75%. So it's helpful. But then sometimes if you smoke too much, then you're thinking of whole new things. But it's never bad. But yeah, like I said, I very experienced in thinking about way too many things at once. And that's the problem too, is like you got 20 books that need to be read. You can't read 20 books at a time. Like they all have to be read at the same amount of time. Like they say, okay, here's 10 books. I need them read and I need to read them by tomorrow. You're not going to sit there and read each book. You're not going to open up 20 books and read a line from each book and then just go that way. You got to deal with one at a time. And sometimes it's hard to see that, especially if you're focused on it. I mean, like I laugh with Rose sometimes. I think I said I think I might have ADHD or something, or slightly have it, because I get so distracted. Like earlier, we were talking about something and we were texting, and I started sending, like I was making pictures with the dots and stuff, like the periods and stuff. Like I was making them because you know how it comes in a little bubble and it's like, oh, you're saying it. Well, I made it look like a little blue whale. I get distracted. And it's funny because me and her are very similar that way. She's a Gemini, and we can be in a conversation 1 minute, and the next minute we're in a different conversation completely. I love that. Keeps you on your toes. Anyway, be good. Take care. Stay safe.